The Nigeria-Africa-Israel Initiative has called for global peace and cooperation centered on a strong relationship with Israel. The chairman of the Board of Trustees made the call at the official launch of its 2025 summit with an inauguration dinner in Abuja.
One of the greatest things we can do for the nation of Israel is to pray for her continually. Pray for her leadership, pray for wisdom, and pray that Israel will have peace. We know there are a lot of things going on. You and I know that God has used that nation. You talk about technology, you talk about the health wall, just name it. This nation stands tall. Probably not for the nation of Israel, the cure for many sicknesses would not have been found. But for the scientists that God has raised in that country and in that nation. So we have all to gain and nothing to lose by standing with Israel.
Senior partner and co-founder of the Heartland Initiative urged attendees to reframe their perspective on the relationship between Africa and Israel.
Fly thousands of kilometers to come to a place that I've never been to before, and hearing everybody speak about Israel, my home, in such a light, and it's bizarre. Because I don't think there's any relationship that any other country has to anybody else like this. This is very strange. Until you realize there's a story that happened 3,500 years ago when Moses walked up Mount Sinai and received the Bible from God. But that's not what he really did. He didn't just receive the Bible. What he received was a new world order. A new world order after pretty much standing up in front of the king of Egypt, completely shattering their army, upending their empire, as a shepherd who was chosen because he picked up a sheep and he carried it and he showed such humility. So I'm coming to you with humility, telling you this story. Why am I telling you this story about this new world order? Because at the time that Moses received the Bible, there were a lot of people in the world, most of them in the world, were not happy about this new world order. And if anybody knows about disruption, it creates a lot of anger. People who had the levers of power taken from them through the message that God brought down to Moses was incredible.
The presidents of the initiative traced the initiative's history back to 2012 when a Norwegian man named Eric Sell felt a divine calling for Africa to lead global affairs through a strong relationship with Israel.
I used to hate Israel for no reason. No Jew had messed me up. I had never met Israel. So when he came first, he came to our Kenya church, or where I'm a bishop in Kenya. So when he was speaking, I thought he's chaotic or speaking out of order because he spoke what I hated about, but he was speaking on loving Israel. But he made sure that he spoke for a very short time. As he spoke, and he said, I want to speak on loving Israel. And it is the time for the continent of Africa to lead the world in relation to Israel, in loving Israel. I thought I had the worst preacher on the pulpit. So I wanted to jump on the pulpit and pick the microphone out of him. But I waited on him to make a second mistake because I thought the heading, the topic was wrong. But as he spoke only for 5 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, the love I never had for other churches, the love I never had for any bishop, began to fill up my heart. Even the love I never had for my wife.
County Director advised Africa countries on financial resilience, urging them to move from dialogue to action, from scarcity to sustainability, and from a shared vision to a shared victory.
Let collaboration begin now. May we, all Africans, be united for Israel. May we Nigerians come and understand and work with Israel. They are our brothers. Let's pray for Israel. Thank you.